Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. Welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Lyle. My channel is Boring Old Guy, and you just never know what a boring old guy might get up to. So today I want to make some muffins. It's time. And I found a recipe that I clipped off the back of a package of oat flour. So here in the US we have a product known as Bob's Red Mill. I don't know how far around the world it goes, but it's fairly local to me, about an hour and a half north of me in Milwaukee, Oregon. It is manufactured. They have a big facility, a big retail outlet. There's even like a restaurant, there's big garden grounds. It's a big production. Anyway, I found a banana oat muffin recipe that I want to give a try. So today that's what we're gonna do. All right, thanks for joining me. Now for this recipe, I'm going to be using my cast iron muffin pan. It's an antique. I love it. I love using it. You don't have to have a cast iron muffin pan, right? Any aluminum pan, whatever you've got. So with cast iron, it needs to be preheated. So I'm going to put it in the oven right now. My recipe calls for a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven. So I'm going to preheat this while the oven is preheating, and then we're going to mix up some ingredients. All right, there you go. Let's get some things out. All right, I've never made this recipe before. I think it's fun to try new things, and hopefully you do too. So let's make this thing together. It's telling me to start out with 2 cups of oat flour. And we'll get that going in here. Now I have to use the half-cup measuring cup because the neck of my storage jar is too narrow to get my 1-cup measuring cup in there. All right, there's 1 cup, 1.5, and 2 cups. All right. And a half cup of oats. Now it's calling for a rolled oats, just your old-fashioned oats, not steel cut, not quick, old-fashioned oats. There you have it. All right, to that we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. There's the baking powder. 2 teaspoons. Yep, that's 1 teaspoon. All right. 1 and 2. And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. Dig. There's 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a half a teaspoon of salt. Now, I like using a sea salt, and this is a fine grind. And I'm just a personal preference. I like the fine grind of the sea salt. I think it mixes in better than a lot of others. You can use basically any salt you want. I would just avoid the iodized. All right, so that's that, and I'm just going to mix up those dry ingredients a little bit just to blend them up a little. And then we'll move on to the wet ingredients. All right, set those off to the side in a bigger bowl. All right, we're going to start out by mushing up a banana. I'm going to put those off to the side so they stay safe. All right. So it's calling for 1 cup of a smashed up banana. Now I've got 1 large banana here, and that should be about 1 cup's worth when it's all mashed up. So let me grab a fork. Come on. Here we go. And I'll start mashing here. All right, good and mashed up. Now you can use a ripe banana. You can use overripe bananas that you've been storing in the freezer. It's all going to work pretty much the same. Yeah, that looks like about a cup's worth, all right. Okay. Yum. What do we got? Okay, we're going to add 2 eggs. Two large eggs is what I've got. The recipe just says 2 eggs. But large is a pretty common size that's called for in baking. Okay, let's see. A 1/4 cup each of granulated and brown sugar. 1/4 cup. All right, there's the granulated. And here is the brown. A packed cup. All right. All right. What else? A 1/2 cup of milk. And I just got this out of the fridge. Don't think it's been on the counter. That's where I store it. Just been doing some staging. That's all. All right. 1/3 cup of oil. I guess you could use a vegetable oil, but you would be looking for, in my opinion, an unflavored kind of an oil. So I like to use avocado oil when I'm doing my baking. It does not impart any flavor, and it has a high smoke point, 500-degree smoke point. All right, 1/3 cup. There it is. Oh, my oven is up to temperature. All right. All right, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And that is going to complete the ingredients. All right, there we go. All right. So we're going to stir the flour mixture into the banana mixture. So let me mix this up a little bit, and then we'll stir them together. Break up those egg yolks. You know, this does not call for walnuts in here, but let me see. You know, I like nuts in my muffins, so I'm going to see what I've got going on up there. Oh, let's see. Pecans. I know I've got some almonds somewhere. But walnuts. Walnuts is what I want. Now you could go through the trouble of chopping the walnuts, but just doing a grind with my hand. I'm going to put in about a cup of these things. All right, so you can see what kind of a baker I am. Just go with the flow. Whatever feels good to you, right? Now, I suppose, you know, the first time I try a recipe, I pretty much followed the directions, but, you know, and then I'll start deciding, you know, maybe I could have used a little bit of cinnamon or, you know, some little nutmeg. And I'll try different things, right? So I don't think I'm a lot different from most people in the kitchen. You just adapt it to your own flavors, right? But I do like to stick to the recipe the first time I ever do it. All right, so that'll be good enough. All right, here we go. Let's combine the two mixtures. Let's see what it does. This whisk is doing a pretty good job of mixing things together. It's not too thick for the whisk. All right, there we go. Get the good stuff out of there. All right, let me do a little bit of reorganizing here. Get out my scoop. Get myself something to put the cast iron muffin pan on and get the pan out of the oven. All right. Now I need to line the inside of the muffin cups with an oil, and I use an avocado oil for that. Again, it has a high smoke point, about a 500-degree smoke point, and it does not impart flavor. All right, here we are. So now what I'm going to do is just divide this evenly, or close to evenly, into the cups. And that looks like it's pretty much full. And I've still got a little mixture left. So, let's see. I'm going to move this off to the side and grab one of my other muffin tins, and I can bake them all at the same time. All right. There you go. So I have an aluminum muffin tin here, and I'm going to line these things with the paper liners. All right. Let's fill this one up. Well, it looks like I'm going to get 4 more muffins. All right. Here we go. Take these guys out of there. All right, let's pop these things into the oven. All right. All right, we'll try this. We'll see how it goes. You gotta love how everything goes so smoothly. All right. And into a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for 18 to 20 minutes. All right, I'll set my timer. See you in a little bit. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. My timer has gone off. I'm going to check to see if they're cooked all the way through. Oh, it sure smells good in here. Yeah, these things look cooked to me. Oh yeah, okay. Got a nice little rise on these. Looking good. Smelling good. All right. Shut this off. All right, so I'm going to let these things rest for about 10 minutes or so. And then we'll pull them out of the muffin tins, put them onto a cooling rack. Okay, I've let these sit for about 10 minutes. And I'm going to transfer these things over onto a cooling rack. So it looks to me like the ones that were in the aluminum with the paper got a little bit burned on the bottom. Got a little bit of scorch. You see that? Don't like that. Probably end up feeding those to the dog. Here you go. But we'll find out about these guys. Now, this isn't quite as cool as the other, but they should pull away from the sides fairly easily. And if not, we're just going to have to let these things sit a little bit longer. How about this? Just reach down in there with the paring knife, pop them off. Now that looks right. They're a little bit brown. They could have cooked a couple of minutes less, I think, but they're not burnt like the ones that were in the aluminum pan. So I'll pull the rest of these things out of here and we'll let them cool just a little bit more before I indulge. All right, these things have been cooling off for about 10 minutes now, and it's time to give it a try. Now that's got good flavor, and I can definitely taste banana, but for my tastes, I wouldn't mind a little bit more banana. So that recipe called for 1 cup. I think these muffins can easily handle 1.5 cups, even 2. It is definitely flavorful. Just, okay. I wouldn't mind more banana myself, but that's me. All right? Give this a try and see what you think. Let me know. All right? Now I think treat time for the doggies. Come. Charlie, come. Sit. Sit. Good doggy, stay. Now let's see how you like this. Charlie. Chloe. Summit. What do you guys think? Do you want some more? You sure look like you want more. Okay, here we go. Charlie. Chloe. Summit. Here you go. Oh, good doggies. You like that? Good stuff? Good stuff. We have the dog seal of approval. All right, there you have it. So until next time, keep on baking. Go take a hike. And be blessed.